Outrageous. Whilst normally I am somewhat impartial on this topic, and I, to a point, have welcomed the retelling of certain stories, it's getting to the point where I'm getting somewhat lethargic with Disney and their whole ethos. Good morning folks, good afternoon and good evening. Welcome to my channel. My name is Rhodes, back once again with another video. So it's Friday, I'm off work today and I hope you're all enjoying your Friday. So whatever you're doing, I hope you're having a peaceful day. I have had the most refreshing and peaceful morning. After having a shower, getting ready and all of that good stuff, went for a country walk. It's been a minute since I've gone on a walk around the fields near my home, and I was playing an audio book and it was just so refreshing that I'm certainly going to incorporate that into my Friday morning routine. So firstly, I have a few items on the agenda for YouTube. I'm going to watch Creed tomorrow. A bit embarrassing, but even though I'm a major Michael B. Jordan fan, I have never watched Creed 1 or 2. Yes, I've never watched it. So I'm going to do a live reaction of Creed 1. May do Creed 2 as well. We'll see how we go. So that's what's on the agenda for today. And of course, I've got to catch up with The Last of Us. I absolutely love that show. I think the creators of The Last of Us, they have shown such emotional intelligence in their art. And I think they're just doing a splendid job with The Last of Us. The fact that this is an adaptation from a game. And as I say, I'm no aficionado of the game, but I've seen many vignettes and I can see it's in a very emotional, triggered game. So I told my partner I want to play, so I may actually film myself playing The Last of Us and give my reaction of that game. But I am very much intrigued with the show. I think they've done an absolutely splendid job, as they did with Chernobyl. I wouldn't expect anything less. And I think, just changing gear, talking about Marvel and Disney, especially Marvel, but I think they need to tap into such creators who project such emotional intelligence in their art. And I think that's what's majorly lacking with Marvel in recent years, in my view anyway. So yes, I'm going to catch up on The Last of Us, but I briefly want to talk about the whole, again, we have another controversy. Disney have released a trailer for Peter Pan and Wendy. Now, I didn't even know this movie was in production, and I understand that it's going to be released on Disney Plus. It's not set for cinema release. Now, sadly, the backlash is a result of the casting of certain characters, and they appear to have modified the story to include girls to form part of the Lost Boys. Outrageous. Whilst normally I am somewhat impartial on this topic, and I, to a point, have welcomed the retelling of certain stories, it's getting to the point where I'm getting somewhat lethargic with Disney and their whole ethos. I would hope moving forward that they will endorse and invest into original stories. There's so many creators and writers, so many talented people out there, but yet they want to remake old IPs over and over. I mean, I don't know how many iterations of Peter Pan there is out there. And now we have this new one, which nobody asked for, but here we are. And due to the fact that they have cast a black woman in the role as Tinkerbell and a young actor of Asian ethnicity in the role of Pan himself, unfortunately this has garnered and elicited a lot of backlash. I mean, let me just set this straight. I have no time for churlish and ugly racism or any comment where there's racial undertones. Then you have the rationale demographic of people who are very sentimental to what they grew up with, and are getting somewhat frustrated with seeing their childhood being rehashed and retold. Now, I get it. I completely understand that Disney want to retell a very popular story with a cast that reflects today's society. I mean, I'm personally looking forward to seeing Hailey Bailey's iteration of Ariel. But at the same time, I'm also a staunch advocate of Disney invested in new storytellers of all backgrounds that will only enrich the magic of Disney, not to continually rehash and repackage older stories. You know, there's a lot of talent out there, and I find it difficult to believe and difficult to understand why Disney is falling short in investing and identifying wonderful creators out there. And I can only hope that Disney will, going forward, look to champion new writers, creators and such. As for this current iteration of Peter Pan and Wendy, I may watch it, I may not. I love the story of Peter Pan. I would prefer 4 original stories, and Disney have taken the lazy route to just recasting and retelling the same old stories. I understand it's for newer generations to appreciate those stories and see themselves reflected in that content, but there's also room for new and innovative stories. That's all I would say. But as I say, please comment below, let me know your thoughts on the whole Peter Pan and Wendy trailer. I just hope that they will tell new stories, that's all. There's so much talent out there, there's a pool of talent out there, and why Disney are not tapping into that, it is what it is. But please comment below, let me know your thoughts on this whole debacle, let me know where you stand. Anyway, time to watch Adonis Creed. Time to get into some eye candy with Michael B. Jordan. So guys, without further ado, let's get into this movie. Live reaction coming up, and thank you ever so much for watching this video. Please comment below, subscribe, hit that thumbs up, and I shall see you soon. Adios.